guys, welcome back. It is time to do my campaign debrief and roll for however many coins I get for last month and roll for this month, April, and also try to tie in my Magical Readathon TBR. So let's go ahead and do that now. I did complete my March campaign. I had to read 6 books and I actually ended up reading 10. So I get to roll 6 times and then I roll a 7th time and multiply that by 4, and those are like my power-ups. So let's go ahead and roll and see what I get. So that is 10. And I'm just gonna make notes down at the bottom. 100. Third roll is 80. 4 is 60. 5 is 90. And last roll for my campaign is 70. Now I also got 4 power-ups, 4 extra books last month. So 4 times 70 would be 280. So altogether that is 690 coins. So almost 7 books earned last month, which is great. But that is the campaign debrief. I previously recorded my roll for TBR part, my new campaign. So I'm gonna go ahead and send you back to me in the past for that. We're about to head out to the library, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my roll for this month, and it's gonna be a little bit different because I'm gonna be doing the spring semester of the Magical Readathon this month. So I'm going to still do my roll for TBR game, but I'm going to do what I'm gonna call readathon rules. And so what that means is normally if I roll, I can roll up to 10 books because I roll a d10 to figure out how many books. So I'm gonna roll, and it can go one of 2 ways. If I roll 6 or fewer, I'm gonna add that to the books that I have to read for the Magical Readathon. I know that I'm gonna be reading 4 books for that. I have 5 books, but I'm going to combine 2 of the prompts. We'll get to that in a second. And then if I roll anything that is a 7 or more, I'm going to replace 4 of the books with my Magical Readathon books. Because otherwise I would be getting more than 10 books in a month, and there's just no way I'm going to read more than 10 books this month. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've got this set up and I am going to roll my d10 to figure out how many books I'm going to be reading this month. 7. So that means that I'm going to replace 4 of those books with my readathon books, and I'm going to be rolling for 3 books using my roll for TBR game. So let's figure out how I'm going to be picking those books by rolling a d4. 2. 2 is format and genre. Okay, so here are my format and genre picks. So what I do is I roll a d6 and a d12 in order to figure out what books I'm going to need. So the first one is going to be an ebook that's a mystery. I also need 3, which is an audiobook, and 6 is a romantasy, so a romantasy audiobook. Last roll, 2 and 4. 2 is a hardcover and 4 is a mystery. A hardcover mystery. Okay, so I am reading 4 books for the Magical Readathon. I'm going to talk you through those prompts in just a second. And then I'm going to add to that a mystery ebook, a romantasy audiobook, and a hardcover mystery. So let me go gather my books up, and then I will reveal my April TBR. First up, the books that I rolled. A mystery ebook. I just put in a hold for Murder by Cheesecake, which is the first in the Golden Girls Cozy Mysteries. I think the second one either just came out, or I think it's about to come out. I think it's going to be released this year. So there's 1 copy. I'm first in line. So hopefully I will get that one soon so that I can read that one. If not, or if something happens or whatever, the other option is Knit 1, Kill 2, which is a knitting cozy mystery series that I'm interested in because this one has knitting patterns in it. I don't know if I want to do this one because I'm kind of thinking I might do a series or whatever where like I find murder mysteries that are like crochet, knit, sewing, whatever, that have the patterns in it, and then do the patterns or do the ones that have recipes in them. So one of those 2. The romantasy audiobook, I just bought a new release. They had the Kindle version on sale, and so I bought that. And then of course usually when you buy the ebook, it will give you a discounted price on the audiobook, so I have both, and that is The Sun and the Star Maker, so I will be reading that. And then a hardcover mystery, I have options. We just went to the library this morning, and you guys know that I love a good cozy mystery, so I got me some options here. So I have another one of those knitting mystery books. This is not the first one in the series. The ebook one is, but I think it's one of those where you kind of got like a little bit of a background story that goes through it, but if you get them out of order, it's not that big of a deal. I picked up a Patchwork Murder, which I think is maybe the first. Yeah, it's got a 1 on there. So this one is the first book in this Annie's Quilted Mysteries. And it seems pretty short, so that's a possibility. I grabbed this one because I've been into all things lemon lately. Wonder why. But this one is Lemon Curd Killer. And it says it does include recipes and tea time tips. Let's see, what has it got in here? Killer lemon cream scones, strawberries with balsamic vinegar, roasted red pepper hummus, Haley's lemon bars, Drayton's favorite lemon curd, honest to goodness English crumpets, yummy butterscotch brownies, muffaletta olive salad sandwich, chicken and fruit luncheon salad, baked brown sugar salmon. So no lemon pound cake recipe, but there are other lemon recipes in here, and lemon is one of my favorite dessert flavors. Like I love lemon bars and lemon pound cake and lemon everything, and of course I've had it like stuck in the food noise for lemon treats is ridiculous right now. Thanks, Afro Man. All right, and then also I picked up NYPD Puzzle, which is a puzzle lady mystery, and it's the first book in this series, and it has puzzles in it for you to solve. So let me see if I can find one. See, like there's a crossword puzzle to solve. It gives you the puzzles, like solving the puzzles gives you clues to solve the mystery. So I'm really interested to try that one too. So I'm thinking it will probably be between these 2. I'm kind of leaning more towards this one, but you'll have to watch the vlog and figure out which one I read. Now, Aurelium Spring Semester. If you are not familiar with the Magical Readathon, I will link the announcement video down in the description. And it can be intimidating if you're just stumbling across this huge, very detailed readathon that has been going on for several years now. But it doesn't have to be. I dabble, I would say. Like I completed my spring and fall semester last year. I did a video for my spring semester, but I filmed my fall semester. I vlogged the whole thing, but then I never did the video. And so, I did complete it, but you didn't get a video for that one because life was crazy at that point. But it doesn't have to be super complicated. Like, there are levels of participation. You can just get your prompts, read the books, and you participated. And there are other things, like you can get like these little bonuses and like pets and all kinds of fun things. It's a very fun, well thought out readathon, but you don't have to be overwhelmed. Just go in, explore the stuff that's there, and then participate to your whatever level you want to. I started last year. My calling is a scribe. And so for the spring equinox, these are my courses. And then you have your syllabus here. So my first course is Elemental Studies, and the focus is temperature controls. And it says to choose a book with a temperature word in the title. And I am combining that with the prompt for lore. And in lore, we are focusing on ancient speculative lore, and the prompt is a dystopia or utopia. I'm combining those two books. I'm going to use a scroll, and for those two, I'm going to be reading Fahrenheit 451. So it has a temperature word, and then also it's dystopian. So that will work for those two. My second class is Inscription, and the focus is dating intricacies. And you have to read a book with the day of the week in the title. And I have two options for this. The first one is The Tuesday Club Murders by Agatha Christie. That is an option. And then I also have the ebook and or audiobook, I can't remember which one, from Libby. It's one of the Kathy Reich's Bones novels, the ones that the Bones TV show is based on. There's one called Monday Morning. And so I will choose between those two for that. My third class is Spells and Incantations. And we are studying in fashion spells and incantations. And so you have to read a book that is currently on a bestseller list. I was going to do The Sun and the Star Maker, because that is currently on a bestseller list. But I also am really kicking around the idea of rereading Dungeon Crawler Carl. I doubt that I can, well, I probably could reread all 7 before the 8th book comes out. Because I know that when book 8 drops, I am immediately going to be reading it. I've already pre-ordered it and everything. I'll just have to get the audiobook, because Dungeon Crawler Carl is a series where you do an immersive read. You read with your eyeballs and your ears at the same time, because it's just perfection. Anyways, I might do this, and I might, depending on how I feel when it's time for me to read for that prompt, I might look at the bestseller list again and pick something else, but so far this is my plan. And then my last class for the Magical Readathon is Restoration. We are studying Restorative Adoration. And for that prompt, you had to ask for 5 5-star titles and then pick one. And so I posted on my post here on YouTube. I did a short, and I posted on my personal Facebook page. And I got a ton of excellent suggestions, but there was one that I'm like, I need to read that. I want to read that. And so I think I am going to read Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. So as it currently sits, this will be my TBR for April. This plus my audiobook and ebook from the library. And I don't know, I'm pretty excited about it. So like I said, if anything changes, I will let you know. So I will be vlogging my magical readathon. I think I just want to try to do some like magical things. Like maybe I will play some of the Hogwarts Legacy game that I played a little bit and then never played again. Maybe crochet something that's kind of whimsical, cottagecore or something. You'll just have to tune into the vlog to figure out what I decide to do to make my April magical. That is it for this video. Hopefully I will see you in another one soon. Bye guys.